Cool.
Conjuration rituals are cheaper this month.
Neat.
Big deal.
Get your elephants while they're cheap.
Big stuff this turn occurring in Uruk and elsewhere. Turn 21. Winter's begun to set in. And that means that Calum is on the ascendant.
We've got a god-on-god fight. The long-awaited one-on-one, well, it's not quite one-on-one combat between Uruk and Calum.
Yeah, Uruks looks like they're taking a pounding here in their attempt to stay alive. Let's take a look at some of the battles. All right. Well, Jakujo is on it by herself. Ice helmet, ring of water breathing, bear claw, stinger, shield.
Not the ideal SC kit, but it's not bad.
Not amazing, yeah. Definitely in the not great, not terrible group. Calum, on the other hand, is taking a big army, water elementals, and one god with swords of swiftness, rings of victor, burning pearls. That's 26 attack.
It's a lot of stats there.
It's a lot of stats. Is it gonna cast Quicken Self? No, it doesn't look like it. No, it is quick. So that's gonna be 8 attacks around. So that's gonna be pretty good. 26 attacks.
So you have to think if that god gets into melee before the HP are out. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, there it goes.
So it's going to hit back. It's going to hit back if it can get through that defense.
Yeah, so this god has not really been taking any damage from these guys, which is kind of to be expected. But
I don't think 19 damage is enough to hit that Calum god.
Yeah, it's got 26 defense, 19 attack. Like a couple of these stinger hits would really put a dent in them. He's only got 15 protection actually. But with those stats, not.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's getting flattened. Run away.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't look. Oh, did he make it?
Get away? It looks like it got away. Did it get away? Got away.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe Uruk can learn from these mistakes, re-kit their god, and take another swing at Calum. But that battle definitely goes to Calum.
Yeah, not much you can do when the other team's god is kitted out specifically to counter you, and there's a whole army sort of taking some of the attacks away.
To be honest, I don't even know if that army did anything. I think it was just a one-on-one battle.
You're right. Actually, I think the god alone could have done fine.
Yeah, no, I don't think. I mean, aside from doing some slight harassment penalties, which didn't really matter because 26 attack. I don't think there was a lot of damage from any of the other people in that war. But this god is superior stat-wise and path-wise. So, given the correct equipment, it should win a 1v1. But that equipment was built to fight armies. The god actually might be powerful enough just with paths to have an anti-thug kit that can also kill armies, considering how low DPS Calum's armies are. Mm-hmm. So that might be something to consider. Let's take a look at some of the other battles in this front. Big Sacred Lioness.
So I really like this. I like that he's poking with some clearly disposable troops.
Yeah, lions are these sacred lions are super cheap. I think it's one nature gem for a bunch of them, and they just very nice at killing. With the bless, they're pretty decent at killing random PT.
Good job, Uruk. Keep pressuring those random provinces.
Yep.
But it looks like Calum has stormed that fort.
Calum on the outside. There's nothing here. It's just
nothing. Yeah.
Just some troops.
Although there were not a lot of Calum troops here.
Yeah, it's not impossible actually. This army could have lost. But I mean, you guys are pretty good. Again, it's winter, so this
Yeah.
this cold prod is going to start being nice. Definitely fighting Uruk in the summer is tough with these ice clads, just given how little prod they get. Anyway, that's basically it for the front over here. Pythium's still peacefully renting these provinces. Looks like Pythium is going to take another stab at these barbarians. It'll be something to watch next turn. All right, well, let's see. Urmor's been moving out here in a couple little fronts. I think there's still a lot of undefended land. They should be getting a little faster, but they're taking the stack out. And then they're raiding over here. So yeah, just pretty decent stacks dealing with the Tartary PD. All right, well, up here. This is the big stack. We've got the knights. Urmor still got about 15 turns left on their on their blood vengeance. Do you want to? What do you think? Do you think they'll make it?
I think they're going to make it unless there's a drastic Diplo, reevaluation where Man and Ulm turn on Urmor. I don't see why they wouldn't make it, because I feel like this war with Tartary is going to keep dragging on, most likely.
Yeah, and as it looks like, Tartary's backed off.
Yeah, well, Tartary has to prioritize Ulm and Man over Urmor here, I think. I mean, maybe the end game is, Tartary and Ulm and Man sort of are unable to do anything besides kill each other's units, and they all walk away from the battle with an NAP, and then Tartary quick tries to finish off Urmor before the Urmor god wakes up. But that gets harder every turn as more and more knights appear.
I think Tartary pulled back here probably because I think they would have lost that battle at the cap. God plus all their mages, presumably who have either air elementals or bugs at the moment, versus this sort of stack that has mages, but is kind of using the slow burn tactic of these ghost spam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would have won that fight. What we'd like to see here is a scout ping, to see if maybe they were patrolling their army or something like that. That would have been cool.
Yeah, they were almost certainly patrolling, and it would have been great to see. Are there a bunch of air gems in the mages or a bunch of nature gems?
Yeah. All right, well, let's see. They backed off into Ulm territory. Is that army still there? Okay, so we've got a small, looks like mostly mercenary and PD army. So we got the spearmen. We got, I think this is PD basically. Oh no, they're knights. Never mind. Or is this knight PD? I'm not sure. Ooh, that is a lot of arrows.
Well, every single horse is firing.
Yep.
We've got half of them charging the knights. Okay.
Do they have fire in their nation? Can they cast like?
I still don't understand the Tartary strategy here.
Yeah, these guys just seem
They've
like
just
they're
gone in to
dying
die
for no reason.
for no
Why didn't
reason.
they just? Why aren't they just on fire?
Yeah. And look,
Like,
their ghosts backed up behind the mages in the center. This is some bad scripting by Tartary.
Well, I mean, most of them ghosts made it out.
Some of the ghosts made
there
it
are a
out.
lot of ghosts here.
But it's
Yeah,
like you don't need these guys to be in melee with black plate infantry. Like, what are you doing?
Because the ghosts seem to have it handled, basically. But I agree, yeah, mages further up, and all the guys on fire. I know that Tartary's fear here is that maybe Ulm sends a bunch of knights around from the side, and then it sort of chews up their knights, and then these guys shoot at these guys, and you don't, that's a tough place to be. But
the ancestor spirits, as they're being summoned, will sort of pivot to the side if that is happening.
That is the nice part about it.
And it's also like, how many knights is Ulm going to have? Not many.
Yeah, and
maybe with Man, it's a little more of a concern.
And I also don't like to see Tartary paying for air elementals in a battle like this. Like, they were backing off. They knew they weren't going to see major issues. Like,
I'm not against throwing out a couple air gems to make sure you win decisively.
I mean, they're less.
Like what if there had been 10 Ulm mages here?
Maybe.
I think with proper scripting, Tartary would barely have taken losses at all. We'll have to see how many knights died on the Black Spear claves or whatever.
You'll love to see it. Clearly, these guys are not going up enchantment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's probably enough looking at that battle.
What was the result from that battle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the guys who charged in died, and then all these guys died. So.
I mean, it's a win for Tartary, but it could have been a lot better.
I mean, you had mercenaries. You've got I mean, this might have been an even gold fight, to be honest. Like, these guys cost twice as much as these guys. This is a mercenary company. I guess the PD. Yeah, this is Knight PD, actually. So, that's a lot of money in there. Makes sense why Ulm would want to hold that. Knight PD is pretty good.
Yep. And they cleared the province below it, too, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Which I assume was just no contest. Yeah. So I guess now the question is, will Tartary try to pivot to stop Ermor advancing? My guess would be no, because my guess would be Ermor quickly and carefully gets away from the Tartary cap and kind of takes the undefended stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this stack is going. Like, they could try to pop some Ulm forts. Like, that'd be, if they kind of just sat on this fort, Ulm is in the process of putting up a lot of forts, but they could, like, pop these forts and just kind of take a tactical advantage, maybe burn them down, right? As Tartary likes to do. Heck, they could go for the cap, right? There's nothing here. These guys don't do anything, right? And if they bring air elementals to kill the mages in the back, Tartary might just be able to put at least put a big punch toward Ulm before, because man, this stack is very powerful in the capital. But as it starts to march out, it becomes a lot less scary as you see the gems, as like you can drain the gems. This army needs gems to win this fight. So while Tartary does have a lot of labs, actually once this army gets here, well, actually every province has a lab on it. So that might be a problem. But,
yeah, you expect perhaps Tartary will wheel the stack around in time to intercept Man if they're pushing
maybe
for the labs.
They'll burn their own labs. That'd be pretty sad.
Yeah.
Let's see if anything's happening on the Elf versus Strange Noble fight. We've got the raid command being issued here. Very rarely do you see that.
The pillage.
The pillage command.
Yeah.
I thought it was raid. I thought it was the
raid. Raid is I think a different.
Right. Raid is pillage other province.
Right.
Yeah, two commands which nobody ever uses ever.
Right.
All right, let's see. What's we got up for battle here?
So this is the sum of the victorious stack from last turn that killed those 60 Ulmish sacreds.
Yeah, these Furbolgs are very good. They're just humans, but they have nice stats. These are really nice stats. 12 attack spheres on a just a basic infantry is so nice versus anything with less than that in terms of weapon length. All right,
I don't think these unbuffed little men will put up much of a fight. Kind of confused about the bird attack, but okay.
Yes, they can defeat strange birds, but they cannot defeat Furbolgs. Sad. There they go. What a shame.
So do you think they'll hang out on that fort and look for a storm, or is this just a pivot?
I don't know. I don't think Aryu's particularly scared of Ind here. And I think, they've shown they can defeat Ind's deal, right? Ind has Astral. They went up Thaumaturgy. They've got Mind Burn. Astral has absolutely terrible battle magic. Soulslay is just not have the stopping power of elementals or swarm or most things that other paths have. That they can turn gems into combat power very quickly, but
right. When you're in an emergency, Astral is not the path you want to have.
Yeah. It's good for very sustained wars because you don't attrition. Well, if you can build your communions right, you don't attrition much. You don't cost gems. Your armies are always on. You just need 2 gems to cast Light of the Northern Star, and then you're good. But I think that's basically it for these turns. Not a ton of huge dramatic battles this turn, but certainly, these wars continue to.
We've got a lot of crossbows building up here.
We do. Yeah, I don't know these. I've never seen these troops before. Are these like just normal people?
I think they're from the Forest Province, which is a little interesting. Ind cannot recruit mages from the Forest forts, but they have a couple of interesting chariots and crossbows they can recruit.
They did it. They dealt with the last barbarians. as he's crippled and runs away. Oh, guys, don't throw javelins. Come on, you got spears. There we go.
They got him.
Got him.
The revenge of Arco.
Big 15 gold a turn. I wonder what Arco's going to do now.
Yeah, Arco and Pythium are still really up in the air.
Yeah, so there have been some feuding here between Arco and Pythium. Specifically, Pythium bought 3 Smashers off Ulm with an assurance that it was in no way intended to be fought against Arcocephali's god. Viewers can decide how much they believe that story, but that has been the source of some conflict here. Because they're supposed to be in a defensive pact together, along with Ind. But
yeah, we'll see how that develops.
Pythium and Arco are kind of the only ones sitting out of wars at the moment. And they but maybe they'll agree to an honorable 1v1.
It doesn't make a lot of sense for them to fight each other, in a one-on-one.
Not right now. They'll kind of just both end up pointless at the end. Neither of these guys is going to take a huge lead. They basically do the same thing. Mm-hmm. They've got pretty decently heavily armored dudes. They've got astral magic. They can calm elemental stuff. They've got powerful gods over here and maybe some angels over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you're Arco, I think you're looking at Ind based on the geography, but there's some sort of defensive pact going on.
Yeah, I mean, if there was no defensive pact, the moment that battle report went live, Arco should have just gone all in, because that is a war you can finish in several turns.
Yeah.
Especially with a Colossus that it is mindless, and as we've seen, that looks like Ind put some research into thaumaturgy early, so this is not something that Ind is going to be able to deal with at all.
Right.
That Arco, I think, that Colossus might be able to take Ind on its own. Though
with a little bit
sorry, that's not true because of the strength bless. But I think these spear troops could do really well against Ind, given the fact that they can just repel low morale sacreds.
Yeah, I think the Colossus will be fine if it comes in on a flank and not just face checks the full strength Ind army. Arco's making troops, presumably for some purpose.
Presumably for some purpose, indeed. We will just have to see what purpose that is.